Well, returning now to that interview with Nick Abrahams from Norton Rose Fulbright, where ironically technology got the better of us just then. Nick, you were, though, outlining the challenges that are facing businesses now that we've seen this mass migration of people working from a commercial office to their homes. What are some of the obvious challenges and risks that are now threatening businesses?
So I think the first thing for all organisations is to think about what policies need to be changed as a result of having your workforce working remotely. So there's obviously a remote working policy that would deal with all range of data things, but also occupational health and safety type issues, bring your own device policies. And also there are organisations who are looking to actually be in a position to monitor their employees remotely. And that does have significant legal ramifications.
Before we look at the surveillance issue that you touched on there at the end of your comments, what about we can unpack some more of the challenges? Say, for example, people are now working from their personal devices, whether it be a tablet, a laptop or their phone. Would that be the greatest area which would be an Achilles heel for a business with respect to privacy?
It's a great point, because it's an issue with respect to privacy, but it is also what we've seen where the fraudsters are attacking networks now. So we've definitely seen a change in the way perpetrators of cyber fraud and cyber attacks are now able to attack home devices and home networks and get access to important company data that way. So home routers and so forth are nowhere near as well protected as obviously enterprise level routers.
So is it incumbent then upon the individual or the business to secure a home to make it safe?
Yeah, I think it's a combination, and these are the sorts of things which we are really trying to deal with on the fly, because no one expected the scale of the working from home situation. And so I think there's very simple things that people can do. Many people's home networks are secured by just standard passwords like password or 1234. People actually need to go and check that out and make sure that if they are on those sorts of networks that they're doing things. Also, many organisations are working via virtual private networks, and they're very safe if you do have VPN type access.
I mean, a couple of months ago, a lot of Australians, I think it's fair to say, might never have heard of Zoom or platforms like this. We're all Zooming, and we're hearing, as I just mentioned in the introduction, the ACCC has reported, 94 COVID-19 related scams. How can we better, or how safe are these platforms, and what kind of fraud activity are you seeing?
So, for the most part, the platforms, particularly the collaboration and the remote video platforms, are really quite safe. The Privacy Commissioner has some concerns with some of them. But for the most part, that's not where the major damage can be done. Frankly, where the major damage is happening right at the moment is where you've got processes relating to payments. So your organisation has a particular way of processing payments. What's happened is that has now been upset, and people are trying to do that remotely. And the fraudsters have realised that, and so you're getting a lot of phishing emails. And the phishing emails are very clever now, and they're using the terms COVID and coronavirus to bypass traditional firewalls, which might have blocked those phishing emails.
With respect to surveillance, legally speaking in Australia, what should we expect to give up with respect to our privacy in tackling this pandemic? Because when you look at overseas example, in China, for example, they are mandated to download certain apps by the police for their health status, and you might be a green, a red or a yellow. In Israel, we know that mobile phone tracing is done via the Israeli security agency, something that was used to be sanctioned just for terrorists. What should we expect here in Australia with respect to surveillance?
Yeah, I think that we are going to see more government surveillance. I think, the countries that you mentioned would say that the ability to do mass surveillance has helped very much to flatten the curve. And so there are certain organisations at the government level within Australia who are looking at using those sorts of apps to monitor the Australian population and ensure that they're complying with social distancing and isolation. So we don't have anything that's been rolled out just yet, But I think it's likely to come. And once that genie is out of the bottle, once this crisis is over, it'll be interesting to see if we can put that back in the bottle.
That is one of the key questions, isn't it? What will be wound back when we're on top of the pandemic? Just finally, Nick, do you think we're headed for this new privacy paradigm then?
Yeah, I do. I think that what we've seen is that people are prepared to sacrifice their privacy for greater purposes. And obviously, there's no greater thing in the world than your health. And so I do think that there will be a push to sacrifice some more personal information for the sake of not only your own health, but those in the community.
Of technology and innovation with Norton Rose Fulbright. Great to chat. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Catherine.